Well, we all know over the past 2 years I've tried to hold the NHS to account over its complete failure to treat people who have spent their entire lives paying into it after Boris Johnson decided it was a good idea to stop all treatment to focus on bat flu. This, as you know, has cost us thousands of lives and will actually end up costing us millions before all is said and done, I'm willing to bet. It is one of the greatest scandals to come out of the past 2 years, not the Partygate crap the media are trying to bring back now. First off, we had demented seals standing outside their houses clapping these so-called heroes who, as you know, wasn't doing the job you all pay them to do, before we got TikTok videos from these same heroes showing them dancing around hospital wards as people died up and down the country due to lack of treatment and all of this. It is something I called out at the time alongside many others while pointing out the fact that eventually the chickens will come home to roost as the waiting list builds up. This is actually something we're now seeing in real time as I get messages daily about people's struggles with NHS treatment or the lack of it. It's actually painful for me to hear, so must be pure horror for them and their families. I mean, it wasn't great before now, but at this point it's a disgrace, though maybe that's not even the right word to describe it. In fact, I'm not sure there's a word in the English language that really does justice for the disaster we will see in time to come. Shit, as you likely know, many people are no longer with us because the government and NHS decided bat flu was the only thing that mattered despite the low fatality rate that they admitted themselves, while things like cancer that are certain to kill if left untreated got kicked into the long grass. This has created the situation we're in now, which I'm witnessing personally myself, as are other people who I know and you lot who have messaged me about it since mid-2020. As some of you might know, I recently had health issues that require further investigation that should have been done by now, but in what should surprise none of you, it has not. The doctors told me I need all these scans like MRIs and that within 2 weeks, which would be today, but they didn't even bother referring me for them, so the wait continues for me. Now, thankfully for my issue, it should not be life-threatening or anything like that, but they are doing this to people who need urgent treatment to save their lives, which should see all NHS top management and the government put on trial for manslaughter through negligence, if you ask me. At the end of the day, the lives lost, and from age groups that usually wouldn't see it, are going to be epic, and like I said, it's just going to keep piling up because the delays on treatment are not getting any better. Serious consequences should come from this, like I've bloody said. But what pisses me off even more is the fact that they wanked billions on Nightingale hospitals and other things like that literally never got used while stopping family members spending time with loved ones in their last moments. This is actually still happening in some hospitals and places like that and could well be put back in place nationwide at any time, so needs to be called out until it's outright banned from ever happening again. In fact, if you are able to do it, I would suggest looking at private medical insurance before any issues arrive at this point. That is actually something I never thought I would hear myself say, but had I done this before my seizures, I would have been seen within 48 hours and had all the scans required on a £50 a month all-inclusive policy, even as a bloody smoker. For me now, the options are wait for the NHS or find stupid money to pay for them privately myself, so really the only option is waiting for the NHS that we bloody pay for and have done all our lives. Of course, private insurance is not viable for many people because even £50 a month is too much to spend, but if you can, then it's certainly an option. I literally have no faith in the NHS these days, which is why I'm saying it. Obviously, though, I will always come back to the fact that we shouldn't need to pay for any private medical insurance to keep us healthy, as our national insurance and tax is meant to cover the costs of providing us healthcare when we need it. Naturally, though, decades of mass immigration have helped create a situation like this where it was just a matter of time, even without bat flu bullshit, stopping treatments and things like that. So once again, all government wangstain, MPs and pro-immigration fuckpigs should be held accountable for the lives lost thanks to the policies, both old and new. We all warned of this from 2020 and even before, so it's not like they didn't know it would happen because they bloody well did. If us lot could see it, even without access to inside information, then the absolute scumbags in charge certainly knew it would happen, which, as I said, makes them responsible for every single life lost, every treatment missed, and all other issues that will stem from this absolute shit show. Instead, all we got is virtue signalling bollocks, lies and dancing nurses, while the twats in power literally laugh in our fucking faces. This whole thing is actually rage-inducing the more I think about it, so I'm gonna end this rant here before I completely go off on one.